Welcome to Sports Buds TV. Join in as we explore the latest news and thrilling matchups. Whether you're a diehard or a casual, this is your destination. Let the games begin. All right, we're back. It's Sports Buds TV. I'm your host, Serge. I got my co-host, Fred. Say what's up, Fred.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Big Serge?
What up, Brody? What up? And you were
What
just
up?
telling me we're out of bubble gum, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so remember, we're here for two things, Fred. Chewing gum, bubble gum, and talking sports. And if we're all out of bubble gum, there's only one thing left to do. Anyhow, let's get to it, man. It's September 5th, 2023. We made it, man. Week 1, NFL.
Week 1, Serge. Finally here. Got a good matchup.
Football is back, man. We got a taste, right, with college football, week 0, week 1. And now we get into the main course, right? We're going to get into week 1. And we're going to kick it off. We're going to preview Chiefs versus Lions. What do you think, man? Thursday night.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs, bro. I mean, it's not gonna. I don't know if it's gonna be a cakewalk since the Lions, they look pretty decent. They had a pretty good offseason.
Right.
I still got the Chiefs though, man. I think there's just too much offense.
No, for sure, man. I get it. And they got Patrick Mahomes, right? So,
Yeah,
I mean,
dude. Patrick Mahomes.
you can't go wrong with Patrick Mahomes. What's the deal with Kelsey? Some reports he was getting checked on. Is he going to play? Do you know anything?
Hyperextended knee, questionable to play. I just read a report right now that I guess it was negative, so that's good news for the
Okay.
Chiefs fans. But he's I mean, if anything, anyone aside from Patrick Mahomes is Travis Kelsey, man. They need him out there. This guy's an all pro, bro, year after year in, year out.
Yeah, no doubt.
So
I mean,
so
again, they
somebody
have Mahomes, right? They still have their head coach, right? Andy Reid. They did lose their offensive coordinator. Will we see a drop off? I'm not too sure. I mean, I definitely think a lot of Eric Bieniemy, but we'll see. What that drop off is, if any. On the defensive end, of course, they still have their coordinator there, Spags. So I could see why you're going with the Chiefs, defending champs, right? Have they hosted like the last 5 AFC conference? It's crazy, right? The stat there is crazy. I have each
yeah,
of these
Andy
teams.
Reid.
Go ahead.
Andy Reid, bro. Andy Reid's automatic. You know what I mean?
No doubt. No, yeah, man. In the end, I think both of these teams are going to win out their division. So if that ends up happening Thursday night, getting a bit ahead of myself. Thursday night's going to be pretty awesome, pretty epic. The last time Mahomes and Jared Goff faced off, I believe, is that game in LA at the Coliseum. They were scheduled to play in Mexico. This field wasn't, up to par, so ended up moving it, and it's, that home game for the Rams. Shootout game. I'm not sure if we're going to get that, but if we do, that's pretty special for opening night. I'm going to go with the Lions, man. I'm going to go with the Lions. Rams fan, I'm always rooting for Jared Goff. But, yeah, man. And Mahomes, I'm not going to be surprised if he pulls it off, but I think those Lions are going to surprise a lot of people this year, and starting off Thursday night would be a way to kick that off.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I mean, the Lions are unproven, right? They're very young. I mean, aside from Jared Goff, their defense is pretty solid, bro. The running game is going to be pretty solid, with this new rookie. But we'll see how it goes, man. I got the Chiefs winning by at least, I say 2.5 touchdowns.
Ooh, okay. So I don't have a score here, but if, you're pushing me to one, I'm going to say 28-30. Yeah, 28-32 Lions. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the spread will be, but I think it'll be high scoring, I believe. And in the end, it is at Arrowhead, right? So hostile environment. Everything indicates the Chiefs are going to do it, but I'm telling you, I think the Lions are going to surprise a lot of people.
Well, without Travis Kelsey playing, it's gonna even out those odds a little bit more. But I still
Right.
think it's too much offense, on the Chiefs' part. But we'll see. Surge is gonna be exciting, man. Glad football's back. We're gonna have a great weekend too. A lot of great matchups, man. The
Yep.
Steelers, travel to San Francisco to play the 49ers.
Ooh.
Um, that's gonna be fun. The the Niners not sure who's expected to start. Some of those players are in contract disputes, man. So that's an advantage for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh looks pretty solid. So I got Pittsburgh, winning one in week one, um, by by a good margin. I say like at least 10 points.
Dang, man, you're on fire today, coming up with these predictions. You're going by the points. You're calling them like you see them. I hear you. I hear you. I mean, do me a favor, right? Beat the Niners. Do me a favor. Do me a solid one, man. I ain't mad at you. As far as the Rams, and we're going up to Seattle, we talked about Kelsey and how much of an impact he is to his team. Cooper
Right.
Cup, he's seeing a specialist. There's a good chance that he won't be playing week one. Talk about a player that has a big impact on the team. No doubt that's Matthew Stafford's favorite target, right? So
Yeah.
we'll see, man. Of course, I'm taking my guys. I'd say they win by a field goal, but I mean, the Seahawks, they proved a lot last year. So they might just, pick up where they left off.
You know what? Actually, I want to correct myself, man. We're actually going to play the 49. The Steelers are going to play the 49ers at home at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 75-degree weather expected, sunshine.
I said it before and I'll say it one more time. Do me a favor. Take care of that.
I
How about a Rams fan over here, man? No, but week
got
one,
another. I got another matchup to toss out.
break it down, man. It's week one.
All right, I'm gonna give you. Let's see. I'm looking at the roster here, the schedule.
Yeah.
Ooh, here's a good one. Right off the bat, right off the get go. Sunday night, Cowboys Giants at
Ooh,
MetLife Stadium, or as Aaron Rodgers said, Jet Life Stadium.
Jet life. No, man, that's a real good one. Let's. Dang, man. Not only that one, but there's a few other ones. I talked about the Rams, Seahawks. There's a few divisional games going on this week, and that's pretty cool to get right out. The Broncos, Raiders. You
Broncos
know,
Ravens,
just
man.
some
Yeah.
divisional rivalries right off the bat. Like, let's get into it. Bills,
Packers Bears.
Jets, Packers, Bears. Dude, like let's get into it. So it's definitely a great schedule for week one, giving you those divisional rivalries. But yeah, let's get into that Cowboys Giants game. Are they still America's team? I know that they say they are, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a tough one. The Giants, man. The Giants. Um, you know what? I'm gonna say the Cowboys win this game, but I don't know, man. These are tough to call, especially in the NFC East, man. I'm gonna go Cowboys by 3 points. Yeah, by 3 points again.
Yeah, I think so too. I'll go with that. I got Cowboys by 3.
Yeah, man. And there's plenty of games. We have a full slate. Bengals, Browns, talking about divisional, matchups. But I can't wait, man. As we get closer, we may even actually, put out another show there. We're going to be talking about UFC 293, Adesanya versus Strickland, and the weigh-ins Friday. So there's
Yeah.
probably a good chance either, you'll see Fred and I, or maybe even Jay, one of the other hosts, put out a show just before, and we'll break down a little more about week one. But yeah, man, I'm pretty excited. NFL's king, football's king. Keep the ball rolling with college football. Not sure if you dipped your toes in that, but TECU, Colorado, dang, man, that was a way to get everybody back into the football season.
Yeah, dude, it was a great matchup. Clemson took an L.
Oh, right,
Florida
on Monday,
State looked very solid.
Duke.
Our local UTEP Miners took a win. We should be 2-0, but
That
we're
first
playing
game
we're
was
playing
tough,
smaller tier
dude.
divisions, but
Dude, that
we'll.
first game was tough, dude. You talked about UTEP. I may be tough on them sometimes, but that first game was a tough loss, man. You watched it, right? It went down to the wire. They went for it on fourth.
Yeah,
What do you think? They should have
disappointing.
kicked it.
Yeah, just pound it, quarterback sneak. I mean, you have two plays. to get a 1 yard to get the first down, keep the ball
Yeah.
moving. The offensive line's killing it, running backs are killing it. Coach should be fired, but hey.
No, and they've got a three-headed horse, right? Three-headed monster right now with the running backs, and everything's on that end looking pretty stout. So hopefully they keep that momentum going. You rack up some more wins, get a bowl win. Get in a bowl and get us a win there too.
Yeah, we got Northwestern this week, man, so it's gonna be a tough challenge.
At
Um,
Northwestern, right?
yeah,
Yeah, man. Good luck to the Miners. So yeah, college football, that's in full effect. Yeah, man.
it's gonna be a
I
good
can't wait.
week.
I can't wait,
Oh,
bud.
no. Don't call me on the weekends. I'm gonna be busy watching football.
Yeah, man. Fantasy football. How did that go for you this year?
I don't play fantasy football no more, man. I had to quit that sport.
I know you're always trying
Yeah,
to give me advice.
you know what? I really don't miss it, man. Even though it was fun to play. It was fun scouting players, looking at stats, diving deeper into like
Yeah.
rosters and things like that. But you know what? I'm more excited about just focusing on my team this year.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Don't get me wrong. I still study the game overall, but not for me, bro. Fantasy football's not for me anymore, Serge.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I've taken a break before, so sometimes you step away and sometimes you come back where you don't. So either way, man, you're still involved, right? You still enjoy watching your Steelers go on there, put on a fight. So that,
Oh,
I mean, what else
absolutely,
you want? Exactly. No, man.
absolutely,
But
my bud.
you got anything else for week one? Anything you wanted to dive into before we move on?
Nah, dude. It's just gonna be a great weekend for football. Everybody's playing. Everybody's 0-0. So you
Yeah,
know, stay
everyone's
tuned.
undefeated
And yeah, absolutely.
right
Everyone's
now.
undefeated. Everybody has a chance.
Exactly. Everyone's undefeated. Everyone has the dream that they're going to be the champions, and there's just this vibe going on. They call it, right, vibes. So there's some vibe going on, and it's good stuff, man.
Yeah,
Half of the league are going to be hurting a little bit after week one, but that's why we come back every year, right? We love getting our hearts broken, or when we get to see them win the championship, right? So yeah, man,
yeah,
can't wait.
yeah. Can't wait, brother. It's gonna be a great one.
Yeah, so that was the NFL week one. Let's move on, man. Let's keep the sports talk here. There's some news, man. We follow boxing pretty closely here.
Yeah.
Some news in the boxing world. Yeah, man. Brian BoMac McIntyre was arrested. He was arrested out in Manchester. I'm not sure if you heard about this, but I'm gonna give you a breakdown. So he was actually in the corner for Chris Eubank Jr.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So Chris Eubank Jr. fought Liam Smith last year, and he lost to him. And I believe he was a replacement. I may be off on that, but anyhow, he ends up losing to him. It was kind of a surprise at the time, but Junior said he wanted his rematch. He wasn't going to go out like that. He ends up then working with BoMac now. We all know BoMac as Bud Crawford's trainer. He's led him to two undisputed bids, right? So he's been established. He starts working with BoMac. This past Saturday, he has his rematch against Liam Smith. So he ends up putting on a clinic and taking care of business, getting Liam out of there, avenging his loss, right? So BoMac right now, on top of the world, man. He's got Bud Crawford, two-time undisputed. It just, helped Chris Eubank. Keyshawn Davis, he was the silver medalist in the Olympics. He's
Hmm.
a top-ranked prospect right now. He works with him. He's just on top of the world as far as trainers are in boxing. So anyhow,
Okay.
he's coming back home, leaving Manchester. He's boarding a plane on Saturday, and they stop him. He had on him a firearm. He had that possession. He got charged for that. He's arrested. I believe he's still arrested right now, and the reports are he's going to be arrested for about a month before he can go to a hearing. And, I don't know the laws all that well. I don't even know them here all that well, let alone in Manchester. But anyhow, I believe it's minimum 6 months they're saying they would keep him for something like that, depending on his lawyer, what he can work out. So that's we bring this on. I mean, it's boxing news. We don't want to, harp too much on somebody getting arrested for a decision like that. Rights are different out here than they are, other places. You got to respect the law of the land, right? So,
Yeah, absolutely.
but with that said, Earl Spence just declared that he wants his rematch, right? It was kind of hush right now. We didn't know what was going to happen. Crawford's been going back and forth with Canelo on social media. Of course, Canelo has his fight at the end of the month, which we're hoping to broadcast that and give you guys the play-by-play here, on our social medias later on in the month. But with that said, we're more than likely going to see Earl Spence versus Bud Crawford, and BoMac may not be there to train Bud Crawford like he has been for his whole career. I mean,
Wow.
yeah, man, it may make a difference. It may not. You saw the fight; it was pretty one-sided, but I mean, nonetheless, that guy's been in his corner the whole way, So
Yeah. Wow. Oh,
yeah,
that's
man. So,
crazy.
and it
That
has
is
multiple.
insane.
Yeah, it impacts. I'm telling you, he also trains Keyshawn Davis, so he has a fight coming up in about a month, I want to say. So, man, you know,
Unfortunate, bro. Going out like that. You know,
yeah, yeah, man.
like you said, you gotta respect the other countries', laws and regulations, and
Right,
they work
right, right.
different than our country, a great country of the U.S. of A.
Yeah, no, for sure. Nah, man. Hopefully, hashtag free BoMac. But yeah, you gotta definitely, take care of what you gotta
Well,
take care of.
yeah, you know that saying, right? You do the crime, you do the time. So,
Yeah, man. No, yeah. We could talk about that, right? There's definitely
I'm,
some of
I'm,
that going on around here.
you know what? I know it's gonna affect Bud a little bit. You know what I mean? It's gonna maybe. I don't know much details about the rematch clause, but
Right.
I just know that it's gonna definitely affect them.
I would think
So
so, man, in some way. I would think so. But we'll see, man. I think it would affect in maybe a bigger way Keyshawn Davis, which is, the up and coming boxer I was talking about.
yeah,
So, yeah, man. Definitely not the best news for Team Crawford. He's going back and forth with Canelo. Canelo just recently said that basically Crawford hasn't fought anybody. So then you stop and think, and Crawford has fought Amir Khan, which is a common opponent with Canelo. So
yeah,
okay, so Amir Khan's nobody, bro. And then he's also fought Showtime Sean Porter. So you're telling us, Showtime Sean Porter wasn't any that. It's kind of tough, man. You start looking at he fought Jeff Horn. That's the guy that
yeah,
beat Manny Pacquiao. So it's just like, damn, man. And when
yeah.
we just
I mean,
because we're
he didn't
go
fight
ahead.
anyone like in the ranks of like Triple G. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, but Triple G's also
that
kind
would
of
have been
finished.
epic. I mean, not anymore. Triple G is probably like another lower level than Crawford. Fight wise. So the fight would be a little relevant nowadays. But I think that's what
Yeah.
Canelo's saying. Like he wants to use those fights in his record. I mean, rightfully so. But
Fair. But I feel like, I mean, if Crawford hasn't fought anybody and he's not worthy, and then you have your number one contender in your division who's earned the right, arguably, right? You can say he's mandatory, and you're saying he hasn't fought anybody, but you're willing to fight the likes of John Ryder, who had 5 losses on a record already. Like, I don't
yeah,
know, man. It's just and I get it, it's the business of the sport that we love, boxing, but dang, man, that's kind
yeah.
of tough, to kind of explain that one. But that's what we get, man. There's going to be some more that we'll break down with Canelo fighting Charlo later this month. Like I said, we're hoping to actually break that fight down live, and make sure you follow us, Sports Buds TV, on social media. More than likely for this one, we're thinking TikTok. So, for sure you'll find us there. But yeah, we're looking to break that fight live for you all. That is Charlo versus Canelo.
September 30th, be there.
Yeah. And now, before we get to that, we're hoping to also, break down live the UFC fight on September 16th. Of course, we'll be seeing Alexa Grasso defend her championship against the woman that she beat, Shevchenko, right? I'm not sure I said
Yeah.
that right. My bad if I mispronounced it. But yeah, that's the rematch. We're going to get that. And we're hoping to also break down that fight for you live. So, more to come. But while we're on the topic of UFC, as we're getting ready to wrap up this episode, it is UFC 293 this Saturday night. And of course, we're going to have in that main event Israel Adesanya taking on Sean Strickland. Israel was going to fight I forget his name right now, but he went into the cage, started telling him that he's, not really African and all that. I don't know if you remember some of that back and forth that just recently happened. So I believe he got injured and he's not going to be able to
Yeah.
fight Israel. So Strickland, has been calling him out, been calling him this, that, and the third. And Israel's just been like, man, wait till you,
Yeah.
till you get this ass whooping. So we get to see this on Saturday night. What
He's
do
a
you
style
think, man?
bender, I mean, he's a style bender, bro. Like this guy
He is a style
comes
bender.
out. He comes out with new ways of fighting, bro. That you
Right.
can't really
Yeah.
practice for.
No doubt.
He's just so unorthodox. He's just raw talent like that, man. He I mean, he's gonna eat him up. You know what I mean? He's gonna eat him up. He's setting up that fight. I forgot this other guy's name. The guy that's injured right now. He's healing his hand. But
The one that he
that's gonna
called
be
out, right? When they were in the, are you talking about that guy in the cage? And they were talking about you're not really from Africa, all this and that. Is that
yeah,
what you're talking about? Yeah, I can't say his name right now, man. It was just yeah, but yeah, I believe he's injured, man. That's the fight everybody wanted, But
yeah. That's the one. Yeah, but I mean, it's still gonna be a good fight, bro. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, no doubt.
Adesanya, like he has really nothing much to prove. This guy's one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
But La Buena va a ser the one after this one. That's gonna be the good one.
no, yeah, bro. But like I said, Sean's been talking smack, been calling him basically anything and everything in the book. So, Izzy's been taking that and been like, you know what is Sean's got? I'm looking at the record here, 27-5. So he's got a few losses. Of course, Izzy's got the 24-2 record there.
Yeah,
So, he's got a couple there under his belt. But Izzy's he's one of these athletes that just, under the lights, man, when the lights are brightest, he performs. He kind of more often than not, he steps up to the plate. You know, giving your best when your best is needed. All whatever you want to come up with, he fits all those phrases, all those descriptions. He's been able to show up when those lights are the brightest, and I don't see a reason why this won't be any different. This is more than likely going to just be a stepping stone, like you said, to that fight with I can't remember his name again. That he's injured right now, but it's a stepping stone, and he's staying active. That's one thing you got to give Izzy. The man stays active. You're not going
yeah.
to catch him slipping because he was out for half a year or a year. This guy, and for the most part, UFC does a good job, but I feel like Izzy just he's just in there like, yeah, man, even if I lost, I don't care. I want to get back in there. I want my get back. And, so far the man has definitely made sure to silence any doubters. So I don't
I
see anything
mean,
different, man.
no, you're right. I mean, this guy's 34 years old, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So, I mean, he's still fighting like he's like in his late 20s. It's
Yeah.
just his style, man. His stance is just a switch stance. He's a fucking master at kickboxer. This guy's style so unorthodox, but I don't see anything from Strickland that will lead me to believe that he's gonna take the win. Unless it's like some kind of lucky punch. But Adesanya's gonna control the fight, and I think he's gonna TKO him by the third.
Dang, there you go again. You come out with them predictions. You calls him like you sees him. He's like, I'm gonna take my shot. Man, now I have to give a prediction. Man, I typically say these go to the distance, especially Strickland talking all this smack. Now, if I have to give a prediction how it's gonna break out, I feel like Strickland's gonna do everything he can to wrestle him, get him to the ground, and
Yeah,
he has success with that. But like you said, Izzy will switch stances, find a way to make it awkward and get in there somehow to take care of business. So man, I want to say it's a knockout or TKO, but I think more than likely we're gonna end up seeing it go the distance, man. I'm gonna say it goes the distance, and Izzy will get the knock. Yeah, man, he'll defend and still you're a champion. Now in the
and
co-main event, we're gonna have Tuivasa and Volkov, so that's definitely gonna be a barn burner. Those two are probably gonna you know, turn down turn up the fire there just before the main event. So UFC 293, don't miss it. That's this weekend. And remember, we're looking forward to actually breaking down live the UFC card on September 16th. just getting things ready for the breakdown we want to do live for Charlo versus Canelo. So more to come on that. Make sure to follow us. Make sure to comment, share, subscribe everywhere on social media. Before we wrap it up, Fred, anything else you got?
I'm all set, my brother. Great show. Gonna be a great
Yeah, bro.
weekend, and can't wait to talk to you on next time, next Tuesday.
For sure, bud. For sure. Now, well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you all. Be good.
Have a good night, my brother.
Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed the latest episode. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow. See you on the next one.